Good morning, people. This is Jamie Rhines with Denied Podcast, the podcast that insurance companies don't want you to listen to. I want to get word out on how the insurance industry operates from someone that worked as a third party, spending their time reducing tow bills on behalf of insurance companies, to someone who is now chosen to fight and stand up against insurance companies for the tow industry. But it is a scenario where anytime insurance is involved in any industry, that the industry prices are driven up due to the actions of insurance companies. So I think it's relevant information that anyone could listen to. I hope people do choose to chime in or to listen in so that they can get a better understanding of how insurance works. Not going to do this podcast in half hour or hour segments. Maybe, if I get big enough and I have a production team and, people, guests start to come on board, then I can move in that direction. But for the time being, I want to take a subject and I want to discuss that subject with you guys. And when the subject is done, that'll be the clip. So whether it's 5 minutes, 10, 15, 20, and we'll just go from there. Any and all are willing to participate, become a guest on the show, ask a question that could become a segment in the podcast later on down the road. Like I said, I'm just starting this off to shed some light on an industry that creates a lot of problems for the people that do pay the money to be insured, and for the third-party vendors that have to deal with the way that insurance operates. As I said quickly, I worked on behalf of insurance companies when I originally got into reducing tow invoices. I couldn't believe how high they were. It was kind of sticker shock. I never took the time to understand that tow services are an emergency service, and emergency services such as an ambulance, a med vac, are very expensive. The resources, it's very expensive to have them on standby. The insurance, the workers' comp. It took me about 2 years to get a better understanding of the industry itself, which is why I chose to move into the realm of protecting tow companies and doing all that I can to get them paid on invoices, because people don't understand that when insurance companies deny and people don't get paid, then the invoices naturally are going to become higher the next time that they have to go out. It's like that in any industry. And unfortunately, insurance companies spend all of their time trying to deny or circumvent their legal obligation to pay legitimate bills, whether that's the hospital, the car repair shop, or in this circumstance, which I'm going to discuss, is tow. And unfortunately, tow has a bad reputation, mainly from people that choose to, park in a handicap, or I'm going to run right into my buddy's apartment and they come out and a tow company's towed their vehicle, and that's the taste left in their mouth. But they don't realize that tow companies are the reason that they get to work on time. Tow companies are the reason that they have safe drinking water. It's an emergency response recovery network as far as tow is concerned, and they provide a much greater, more satisfactory life to all of us as far as our daily life is concerned. They don't get recognition for it, and we all believe that they're that predatory company that sits in an apartment building parking lot just to tow you when you park in the wrong spot. So I'd like to shed some light on how tow companies operate, the things that they do that benefit your everyday life, the reason that it's important that they stay in business and that they do get paid on these bills to prevent them from continuing to escalate. I want to talk about how the insurance industry is responsible for the same high bills that they do complain about. And I want to dive into different aspects of how the insurance industry is actually raising the costs on everyday Americans in every aspect of life.